Yo, welcome to Change Mindset. I'm your host, AJ Smith.
Let's get it. And I'm your host, Leon Keenan.
The podcast is for everyday hustlers who said enough is enough. We're talking to comedians, content creators, bosses, risk takers who flipping the script and betting on themselves. And if you ready to level up and get in your bag, this is your sign. Tap in. Let's get it, y'all. Change Mindset.
We back with another episode of Change Mindset. And AJ, man, we got a baller. We got a baller, dog. We got a baller, man.
Got a couple of rings, too.
Yeah, man. But we're going to jump in there. But first, before we jump into all that, man, it's my pleasure to introduce all the way from West Virginia. She laughing. Yeah, I told you I'm gonna get into it, but that's cool though. That's cool. She say she a little country, but I ain't never really met a lot of country folks from West Virginia. But it's gonna be my pleasure to meet Chaunte McDowell.
Yeah. Thank you for having me. I'm excited.
For sure. So Chaunte, man.
Yeah.
Your nickname, your name on IG,
Tabookie. Yeah.
All right. Did they shorten it up and call it Bookie? All the reason why I say that, all the bookies that I know that are girls, they can hoop for real. And you a hooper, so I just had to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, it's Tabookie. Yeah.
Got you.
It's been like that since I was a kid.
So how did you get that?
My dad gave me that name. I can't even tell you how he came up with the name. But he just started calling me that. And since then, like, I'm talking at, like, I was probably like elementary school. I was young.
Yeah.
But since then, like, it just stuck. Like, I used to have Tabookie on the back of my sweatshirts and stuff. I got one at the house right now that my mom dug out the closet. So now all my friends just know me as Tabookie.
That's crazy, man. That's crazy. So, daddy's girl, obviously.
Both.
Okay.
Really.
So who's the baller in your family?
Me.
So your parents didn't ball, pops didn't ball.
No, my dad ran track in college. He set records at Marshall University.
So the athleticism is there. The pedigree is there.
Yeah.
That's what's up, man. So, diving in deeper, with the conversation about basketball and everything, right? And then after we dive in a little bit, I want to get to know you a little bit also as well. So, but, whenever I, looked at your page and everything, what stood out to me was all your basketball stuff, accolades and stuff like that. Meeting you in person, right? What stood out to me, your style, right? Is I like it. It's interesting, right? Very interesting. Everybody from VA always have a little bit of swag.
WV.
Okay, and everybody from VA, WV, up top. Is that better? Up top.
All right, that's fine.
All right. But y'all do have swag, man. Where you get your swag from?
My brother and sister.
True.
Yeah, I still FaceTime my sister and ask her what to wear, like just because. I don't know. They've always been like fashion people. And me, I don't care. I wore like basketball sweats and a t-shirt in high school like every day. But, I think I get my style from the both of them.
Okay. So you said you're the youngest, right?
Yeah.
Of how many?
My mother has 3. So my Anthony and Alexis, and my father has 3.
Okay.
So it's like $60.
Well,
Okay.
When I was growing up, we were pretty much all, it was pretty much like 5 of us in the household, but we kind of all like dispersed, like, you know what I mean? And then my biological father, who is passed, I have 2 siblings by him. They're in Ohio. So it's just a big mixed family, really.
Gotcha.
But I am the youngest. Well, I do have a younger brother, but he's in Ohio. But other than that, I'm the youngest.
You still claim that title for real?
I'm the youngest. Yeah.
Claiming it.
Yeah.
So I have a question though. So what year did you graduate in high school?
2014.
Okay, yeah. Oh, okay. Then so basketball wasn't how it was now.
No, nowhere near it. No.
So what was that driven like? Really like
behind that because I used to play basketball.
Okay.
And my dreams got cut short. Like I remember Ladden was playing from UNC and what's that name? Parker. That was the biggest WNBA players at the time.
Okay.
Nikki Parker. And
Okay.
I remember a teacher showed me their salary.
Okay.
I was just like, yo, I'm going to the WNBA. And I never get Anthony. He's like, they make $60,000 a year. And at the time, I'm 12 years old. I just knew that wasn't a lot of money. I'm just like,
Right.
what the frick is a million? So I'm saying, like, a person like you, like, what was your passion of, like, hey, I'm going to go all the way. Like, I'm going to go to college for it.
I think that it stems from I knew I was good. I knew I was great, and obviously I love doing it. So I'm like, why not play at the next level? They're going to pay for my schooling. Like, you know what I'm saying? These kids don't realize, and what I realized after the fact is when you get to that next level, they're going to use you for whatever they need you for, because they know that you're useful to them. You got to learn to use them. So I use them to pay for my school.
That's a lot. You know what? A lot of parents don't even realize that either.
Like,
they don't realize, like, they use it, like, they are giving you a free college education, but you are paying their bills. Like, it's one hand's really washing the other, and they really getting the better end of the deal.
Yeah.
I mean, until now, they got the NIL and stuff now.
Things are different now.
Yeah, things are different now. So who was, putting that battery in young, I'm going to mess up your nickname. I'm going to mess up Tabookie.
It's Tabookie, yeah.
Who's putting the battery in your back? You know what I'm saying?
I was.
Saying, get them.
I was. Like, my parents never pushed me into sports.
Gotcha.
Like, all my older siblings played sports, so I just naturally drifted towards sports. I played multiple sports, not just basketball. But I like give it 1,000% of everything I do. So, like, I was the one who was like, I'm going to reach these goals.
Yeah.
So it was really
You ever look back and be like, you know what? I was probably a little bit better in one sport than the other. Or you be like, you know what? I probably could see myself, if I really wanted to, I probably could apply myself better into another sport if I really wanted to and took it just as far.
Yeah, I could have, but I was a multi-sport athlete in college. So I did take it that far.
Okay.
Yeah, I was on multiple different athletic scholarships.
Okay, which one?
At one point in time, I had a volleyball scholarship. I played softball for a year as well. But I was always on a full basketball athletic scholarship.
So basketball gave you more of the fulfillment.
Yeah. I made that choice when I was in 8th grade because I knew that I was great at all these things, but you can't put 100% into 3 different sports. It's just not, yeah. So I had made that decision early on that I was going to put all my eggs in that basket.
So what was it when you went to your parents and you said, hey, we got to move the family because I want to go to this school right here. I know the school district, everybody been here for a minute, but I need to go. And the reason why I asked that because it's just like, I don't know too many households they're going to tell their parents like, hey, can we move? Or can you put me in a different school? So how was that conversation?
How was that conversation? Let me just say this. I'm blessed in the aspect of I have real support from my parents and from my family. Mm-hmm. And even though there's so many of us, but I remember I was in 8th grade and I just did not want to go to that high school that was back in my home city because I just didn't see me growing there. And so I was just like, I gotta go to this. We gotta go to this other high school. Like, I don't care what it takes. And they did what they had to do. They got jobs in the new city, the new town, so to speak. It was a town, a small town. Like I was like the 2% black people there. I'm serious. It was probably like 5 black people in my high school.
Wow.
But yeah, they ended up getting jobs there, and we just pretty much transferred our whole life there because of me.
That's dope, though, man. That's dope to have a support system like that.
Is it still there?
My parents live in Charleston, South Carolina now.
Okay. So they want me to like, hey, baby, we moving too.
Yeah, I mean they were there like, you know, for a few years after I was in college and everything. But they relocated just a couple years ago. Yeah, they just relocated a few years ago to Charleston, probably like maybe like 4 or 5 years ago.
Okay. So going to, you know, middle school or whatever, and then uprooting and going to another high school, was your name already something that everybody already kind of knew about before you got there? Or it was like, oh, nah, I'm here?
No one knew who I was at that high school. And the high school that I went to was rivals. I mean, that was the rival school from where I grew up.
Oh, Jean, how you deal with that?
It was
You had your Kobe moment whenever you got there. It was like,
I faced backlash for it from my people back home, because they're like, you're a traitor. Like, why would you do that? You know, like to this day they're rivals.
Yeah.
And then like at the new school, they're looking at me like, you know what I'm saying? Like they're not welcoming me there. So I had to go through that for like a year with my own teammates, not really knowing anybody.
right.
But once they realized that I could hoop and that I meant well, things started changing. I mean, it was still a different experience for me. Like I said, there was only like a handful of black people there. And where I'm from, we're everywhere.
So, really? West Virginia?
Yeah, Beckley, West Virginia.
I don't know. I would be scared when I go to West Virginia.
Yeah. Some parts.
Yeah.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie to you. That
So-
West Side.
So was you expecting all the backlash and all of the like cold shoulder from both sides? Cause you're like, you know what I'm saying?
I was not expecting it when I was experiencing it. It was like a complete shock to me, because it's like these same people who supported me my whole life and, you know, just in everything that I did, they just completely turned their back on me.
Right.
Because I made the decision to go to that school
Better
to
yourself.
better myself and create opportunities for me. It was a complete shock. And I faced that my entire high school career.
So
I can understand that. And the reason why I say that is it's a loyalty thing. And the reason why I say that is I was in the same predicament and my mom switched schools. I didn't have an option. And I didn't play. So I understand, because, you know, when we are playing in middle school, we seeing the same people. And now we're in high school. And now seeing the same, cause like, well, have you ever had an experience when it was like bad after you won a game and the other team was like talking trash or trying to trash the school, bus and all that?
Have I had that experience? I mean, everyone hated us in high school. Truthfully,
Yeah.
I mean, the coach that I had in high school, he at the time was the governor of West Virginia.
Okay.
Now I believe he's a senator. But it's just him. They hated him.
yeah.
So they hated us.
Wow.
And we dealt with that all the time. The media, the press was always in our face. So, you know, regardless we won, lost,
Yeah, it's still there.
nobody wanted to see us do good.
Right. I was asking about the question when I was saying about the cold shoulder and everything, right? Because when you go to college, it's kind of the same thing a little bit. Because you got the upper class and they be like, okay. Because it's business at this point. It's business.
Yeah.
No, don't nobody know anybody besides, like, you know, the people that's already been there. But,
Yeah.
you know,
I mean, you still have that cliquey behavior.
Yeah,
you know,
for sure.
Especially when you're a freshman. The
yeah.
only people that you really vibe with are the other freshmen.
Right.
Yeah.
In all reality, like some are really good friends to this day. Like, but yeah, you're still proving yourself.
So did you kind of approach it the same way that you did in high school? I'm just gonna put my head down and I'm gonna let my game show 'em?
Honestly, I didn't know what I was walking into coming out of high school and going D1. You know, I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm here, I made it, but I didn't really know the work ethic that it would take until it hit me in the face.
No, I was loving basketball.
Like, I thought I was working hard and doing what I needed to do up until that point. And then I get there and I'm like, oh my God, I'm the slowest person on the team. Like, you know, yeah, I can hoop, I can shoot. I'm the best shooter on the team. But it's like, there was much more to accomplish and to get better at. So I just did whatever I was told. Like, I was doing 2-a-days when nobody else was doing 2-a-days. Like, they had me doing 2-a-days. And I was like, man, why they all got me doing all this? But then I realized they showing me this attention because they see potential in me. You know what I'm saying? The people that they're just kind of like, oh, okay, go through the motions like that. They're not looking at you as, you know, who we're going to put in when it's down to crunch time. Like, they looked at me to do that. So
what position you play?
I'm a point guard now. I'm a
shoot
point guard, shooting guard. So I'm like a combo guard.
Okay
then.
Because I can outshoot anybody.
Don't look at me like I'm like that.
Look, I ain't going to look call nobody, but I got trophy too. You know, it's okay. And that's what I try to tell people too. Like, female basketball, that's how we do it, 3-pointers. I don't know no men allowed to just shoot. Steph Curry is WNBA all day.
That's so funny.
All day.
Listen, I ain't gonna lie. I felt the competitiveness in her when she said, I can outshoot anybody. And she looked at me up and down like I was about to say something.
Oh, I'm just letting you know.
Like, I'm rusty.
It's okay. It's okay.
But, who was your idol growing up? Like, who did you look up to?
Truthfully, LeBron James.
What?
I mean, I'm die-hard LeBron fan.
I didn't understand. He was there.
So LeBron, you're good.
And I say this because LeBron is the GOAT. But I say this because when I was in high school, although I'm a point guard now, and transitioned into one, in high school, I was kind of like that. Just, Chaunte, whatever we need you to do, you do it. Like, I was in post. Like, I'm posting girls up. I was a little heavier then. So I'm posting girls up. I'm bringing the ball down the court. Like, I'm pretty much doing everything. So I'm like, I looked at LeBron like, man, this guy can do anything.
Yes.
You know? So that, I mean, that's who I really looked up to. Because at that time, I didn't really watch women's basketball. I'm gonna be real.
It wasn't really broadcast.
It wasn't put in your face like it is now.
I would say it wasn't, but the college was. And that was like Nikki Parker area when she came to the WNBA. You know what I'm saying? She was, I ain't gonna say that. She put Tennessee on. You know what I'm saying?
College basketball was, but past that, it was not marketed how it is now. So I was just like, okay. I mean, I watched college basketball, Duke, then LeBron James. Like, that's what it was. Like,
so how do you feel about where WNBA now? Like, did the eighth grader ever thought it would be what it be now?
The WNBA?
Yeah, the WNBA.
The growth, I will say this. The growth has been crazy. Like, the marketing around it, just the hype around it. It's sad to say that they should have always had this. But since we're talking about it, the growth, has been tremendous. The respect for the WNBA, has been tremendous, like the growth and all that. But there's still so much more progress that needs to be made.
Sure.
And what progress would you say?
I would say definitely the pay, first and foremost. It's the fact that we're still seeing the differences.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
So how do you feel about when they make comments about if they lowered the goal for us, we could dunk? Do you think they should lower the goal? And the reason why I say that is, right,
No,
Lie, right?
don't do
Being
it.
a basketball player, right? Both basketball players.
Don't do it. There's girls now that can
No,
dunk.
the reason why I say this, right? You know what's the hardest thing for me when I went to play basketball for the girls team?
But
I was used to playing with the boys' ball. I was used, and it drove me crazy. I mean, one time in practice, my teacher was like, well, my coach, like, I know you can shoot because I see you all the time. She gave me the boys, and I was so used to that the whole 2 years I had to practice was just a girl ball, and it's like.
yeah,
So what I'm saying is they accommodated us with that. So do you feel like if they lower the goal and now we are dunking and not just, 1, 2, 3 dunk, do you think that should make a difference, or you should think they should just let us ball?
I think the product that we're giving to the world right now is enough for the highest levels of respect.
It is. Y'all got better technique too than me.
Like it's just to want to lower the goal so that we can dunk, and like that's insane to me. Like I don't see what that brings.
Yeah, because what they were saying is that that's the excitement. That's the only difference. And the reason why I say that is, right, when I look at NBA players, right, and I look at WNBA, our game is way faster. Way faster. Like, yo, by the time old girl already shot the ball, we were already down court. Man, basketball is like a 2-3 seconds slow. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so for me, it's just like, I respect it for what it is, but how do you feel that they saying, hey, y'all just missing the slam dunk excitement for y'all crowd? That's the only difference.
I mean, I think if you look at the numbers from this year alone, I don't know them off the top of my head, but I know that they were astronomical in view as far as viewers, and that's without us dunking the basketball. Like,
Honestly, right? I feel like a lot of the success with like women basketball now comes from the women that's the players actually starting to come out their shell more. And it, with the help of social media, of course.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That always helps. But players being able to be themselves. I feel like just between the last 2 years, players really just started being themselves a little bit more and starting to show their personality, even at like the press conference and stuff like that. It was very,
Absolutely.
you know what I'm saying, trying to put you in a box.
Yeah.
But now I feel like with that, I do feel like Angel Reese and all of them, they had definitely had a part in it. But I just feel like with them, kind of, I ain't gonna say they carrying the mantle or whatever on it, but they carried that momentum from college beef over to the NBA, and I think that helped. What's your take on it?
My take is different. My take is, you go first. My take is different. I think they just needed a berry. They were looking for a white berry, and it was
For sure.
And that's my thing is that
The beef helped, though. I'm just saying the beef helped.
beef helped, but it's been way better WNBA players. You know what I'm saying? And when
For sure.
Barry came out, Barry was their Michael Jordan. And she is like theirs for them. Before then, it was always Melody players dominating.
Oh,
Yeah.
This is the first one, and all of a sudden, like, we got money now to give. That's BS.
I wasn't
Oh yeah,
talking about that. I was just saying, like, I just think the beef helped the situation. But go ahead.
I think, this is my perspective, I think social media has played a big part of all of that. I mean, it's hard, even if you're not an Angel Reese fan or if you're not a Caitlin Clark fan, it's hard to not veer towards when I pick my phone up and the first thing I see is
exactly.
Angel Reese versus Caitlin Clark.
Exactly.
Now I'm going down a rabbit hole.
Yeah.
Like, social media has played a big part in that. Just our access into what they have going on in their lives and their personal lives. So, I mean, I don't know. We're in America. People, a lot of things are black and white.
Yeah.
it is what it is. You know, if they're the reason why there's more viewers, then hey, I'm not mad. There's more viewers. Like, that's what we wanted, you know? That's all I have to say on that.
So I know we're talking about the WNBA or whatever, but I actually want to rewind it a little bit and talk a little bit about your career at your D1 at Winthrop, and tell us about that experience. And yeah, man, because a lot of times we was talking about earlier how a lot of the parents and players, they don't understand what it takes to be D1 and stuff like that. I want you to give, you know, some of the girls now, because there's plenty of guys out there that give, they have podcasts and they give their inside story on like D1, the horror stories and stuff like that, or the good success stories as well. But I want you to talk to the young girls out there, the young ladies out there that's, you know, on that same path as you, and what they got to look forward to or not look forward to, because it's not always going to be pretty. So
this is what I can say.
I know it's loaded.
It's loaded, but it's not loaded as far as how to respond to that. Everyone wants to go to D1. Mm-hmm. I know I did. I pretty much did not even consider the other options that were there for me. And then I went D1 and I'm like, yeah. And I hit a brick wall with, you know, the coach being a prick. I'm gonna be real with you. And not having like that kind of like mentor that I needed at that time. It was just, he just saw me as for my talents, and that was it.
You're a number.
And I didn't realize until I went D2 and had the coach that I had there, which was his name, Coach Oliver. Love you, Coach Oliver. He showed me what it was like to have a coach that cares about you off the court. And, you know what I'm saying? Like, as well as challenge me. He challenged me to become a better player. So that combination, like, I looked back and I'm like, man, had I known this is what it could be like, I probably wouldn't have went D1 out of high school. I would have looked at those other options. Like, I just was like, okay, I'm going to go D1, and now I made it. I succeeded. I proved everyone I could do it. But that's...
So looking back, right, what was your top... All right, so I don't know the offers you had. What offers did you have first? That name, I got it. But all right, so what would have been, like, knowing what you know now about D2 ball, right? What would have been in your top three?
What would have been in my top three? Well, obviously Bluefield State University, because I did end up going there.
They didn't see, I know.
West Virginia State University, because Coach Marshall, I mean, that's my good buddy to this day. He so desperately wanted me to come there, and he's a great coach. You know, he has a winning record there. Other than that, I would have considered Glenville State University, which is also in West Virginia, putting y'all on. Glenville State University actually, back at that time, led the country in D1, D2, and D3 in offensive, like, points per game. The women's basketball program.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah.
I know that.
So I seen that. I'm like, man,
got to go.
y'all might be on the top of a hill, but, you know, ain't nothing around y'all, but
that's why
they was something right over here.
That's why they was averaging that many points. They couldn't do nothing but play basketball.
Plus a game as a D2.
That's crazy though.
School.
Like the numbers, that's crazy.
Crazy numbers. But yeah, I just gotta say, like, D1, regardless of what level you're at, there's gonna be extreme competition. You know, you're gonna face a tremendous amount of talent, whether you're D1, D2, D3, JUCO. So I went JUCO for a year. Competition is there. And yeah.
What else I got to say is, right, a lot of these kids, right, they so pressed about going D1 or whatever, right? But they don't realize maybe that JUCO school that you don't want to look at, maybe that's what you actually need.
Listen,
Maybe that's what you actually need to grow. And then you can spread your wings, right? Because now with it, and now it's a little bit easier now with the NIL and the transfer portal and stuff like that. You don't lose your years of eligibility and stuff like that. But I don't think a lot of these kids are getting left behind because they still trying to do the D1 thing when they don't realize you can just go to
I send a lot of my athletes now like post grad out of high school or JUCO. I actually suggest that.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, your time clock doesn't start. Like if that would have been a thing when I was going to college, like I absolutely would have done it.
You can mature.
I would have matured, you know what I mean? Like I would have grown as a woman, but the fact that I just tell all my athletes that, listen, if you have the opportunity to go post grad or JUCO, do it. And I talked to some of my athletes into it. Like I have a young man who's at a post grad right now, and I'm telling you, like when he goes to actual 4-year school, he's gonna be unstoppable.
Yeah.
I wish I had that opportunity when I was that age.
For sure. So you went to Winthrop, then you wound up going to
Bloomfield State.
Bloomfield State, right? So after basketball, what was life after?
Did you ever make?
You go ahead. My bad, I didn't even talk over you.
It was amazing.
My major, I have a major in computer science and a minor in math and an associate's degree in electrical engineering.
Oh,
I'm a software engineer.
dang. So you doing
Currently.
that and basketball?
We all have jobs. You know what I mean?
I'm just saying, like,
Yeah,
all the
like, that's the
dedication.
reality of it. Like, yeah, we all are educated, professional women, who just love to play basketball. So it just brings us together, outside of our daily work lives.
For sure.
Yeah, like that, darn.
All right, so you got your degrees and everything, right? Graduated from school. How was life after basketball? Like those first couple of months, like you was like, what am I doing? Like, or you were still going to the gym hooping, but you ain't got no game or nothing to prepare for? Like, how was, you know what I'm saying?
Well, basketball ended a little early for me because I was pregnant in the last year of pretty much my calendar year. So I had my daughter, and then I went back to school, and I was under the impression that I could still play, that I still had time on my clock, but I found out I did not. So it was kind of like that decision was made for me. But when I found that out, I was offered a coaching position at a D2 school. So I was still around the game, and I was also training to go overseas at the same time. But it got to the point where I'm like, my daughter was like 1 at the time, like a baby.
Yeah.
So I'm like, if I were to go overseas, I would have to uproot her life, my life. And I just pretty much was like, I'm going to focus on my career as an engineer. For one, I'll make more money than I ever will playing basketball, which is unfortunate.
Yeah.
But I can always be around the game. The game isn't going anywhere, whether if I want to coach or just whatever, play rec league. But I've always stayed around it. That's how I still play now.
Got you. So what school gave you the opportunity to... I had it asked. You brought it up. I wasn't going to open that door, but you opened up the door.
What school gave me what opportunity?
The coach.
It's a school. It's a D2 school, or was a D2 school in West Virginia called Alderson Broaddus University. They actually, so I was coaching there in 2019, and they, as of like a couple years ago, they had to shut down.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah. But I was long gone after that. But that's where I
still gained experience. I'm sure it was
It was fun because I coached for one of my previous coaches. So I was his assistant when I was a JUCO. He was like, yeah, come help me out. I was like, cool. So I moved up there. And then one of my players was one of my former teammates at JUCO.
That's crazy.
So like my best friend was like playing for me.
Yeah.
You know, we're still best friends to this day, but it was like a full circle moment.
So I see you come off as a coach, right? That is very like player first.
Yeah.
Right. And so would you dabble back into coaching? Whether it be high school, college, like especially since you said you have a daughter. I know eventually I ain't gonna say you're gonna push her to play basketball, but in the back of your head, you be like, man, I hope you choose basketball.
That's funny because I never pushed her into wanting to play basketball. That's something she developed on her own after spending like every day in the gym with me. She didn't have a choice in that, but
I want to be like mommy.
Yeah. But you know, coaching is something that I would do again. And when I did stop coaching, I'm like, you know, it's always going to be there.
Yeah.
So I can always go back to it. Like I train now, and that's what I do. I train and I do player development because I have the time to do that. Coaching is more of a full-time job.
Yeah.
So, you know, I have my career, but you know, if I had the opportunity and the time, I would definitely go back to coaching. Yeah.
Okay.
So do you ever like look back and wish that you did play ball overseas?
No.
So you just kept moving?
It would have been a great experience, but
You could talk about it.
you know, I could talk about it. Yeah, I play, but honestly, I talk more about my career and what I'm accomplishing doing what I do than I feel like I ever would playing overseas basketball.
Yeah.
So how do you feel that with the qualification that we have to take to even go to the WNBA, meaning that, you know, for us women, we have to do 4-year college, you know, minimum. Like, do you feel like they should uplift that and like, or do you feel like, hey, it is a woman player out there that can go straight from high school to the WNBA? Or you still think they should have us go to school
for the NBA?
Exactly. So
why is there a rule for the WNBA?
yeah,
I'm not asking you. I'm just saying. I'm just stating like what. I'm not understanding the logic behind that. You know, like I don't get it because we have some very talented players in college basketball right now.
Yeah, definitely.
On the women's side, like when I walked up to you, I was watching the game, like Hannah Hidalgo, like I'm watching Olivia Miles. You know what I'm saying? Like it just shows where there's still growth that needs to happen from a corporate, you know, perspective.
That's pretty much just saying that, hey, you know, how I look at it is just like we have to have both, you know, educated and, you know, the skills. So that's where I feel like the pay should definitely come in because nobody on the WNBA don't have a college degree. Everybody has it. Like it's minimum requirement. And it's just like, wow. They're not going to pick a player that they saw you playing street ball and be like, hey, let's go get her and train her for, you know, the I love YNC, you know, Liberty. And like that doesn't happen. So like, how do you still have that, you know, dogging you to still play it, knowing that all the politics that goes with basketball?
Like you really have to have a passion for playing basketball. Honestly, like to be at that, to go through that and to make it to that level, like, and you know, like some people want to spend their whole lives playing basketball and that's fine, you know? But you, like I said, if your passion or if you're not 100% passionate for playing basketball or you kind of like on the edge, you're probably not going to get to that level just because of, you know, how they set it up for us. You know, you have to get the degree and all that. But there's plenty of women who are passionate and want to do it. I have athletes who are like, I'm going to the WNBA. And I'm like, well, okay, let's get in the gym.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's going to take a lot of work.
Yeah.
So how did you get to Charlotte, though, coming from West Virginia and all that? Like, what was that connection to Charlotte, North Carolina?
My job brought me down here.
Okay, then.
So I came down here for my career. My sister already was here prior to me coming, but that's really what influenced my move down here. It was my job.
Okay, then. So how did the basketball team come into play? That's what I was going to ask that.
So I have former college teammates who are on the Carolina Lady Cougars team,
Okay.
which I knew nothing about them at the time, but I just knew like I seen one of my former, teammates, and I'm like, I see they're playing basketball in Charlotte. I'm like, what is this? Like, who are you playing for? Like, thinking it's like a rec league or something.
Yeah.
And she was like, just come check us out. Come to our season opener. And I was like, okay. So I show up and I'm watching. I'm like, okay, this is like actual competitive basketball. Like, there's referees.
There's a football being played.
Sunday league. Like, I'm like, okay, like this is dope. And then I realized another former teammate of mine who went to Winthrop, she was playing there. And I'm like, wait a minute. Like, what? Okay, I want to play. I want to play now. So I went up to the coach after the game, Coach Brett, who's the owner of the team. And Shaquila Nunn, who was my teammate at Winthrop, who also went to the University of Tennessee. She made the introduction to me and Coach Brett, and she's like, yeah, she wants to play. And he talked to me for like 5 minutes, and I was on the team.
Wait a minute, you ain't had to try out nothing?
Nope.
Ballers don't try out.
No.
Like,
Yeah, suicide will make you change quick. That's the only one I hated, suicide. But so how was it though, like the transition? Because at that time, was you still practicing? Or was it took you some time to get your rhythm back? Like after a month, you was like, all right, I'm in my groove. Or was you still doing pickup games every now and then?
like at that time, like 2.5 years ago, I was still playing like pickup, like Rex sort of stuff. It wasn't like competitive. So I wasn't in shape to play at this level at that time, but I still had it, you know what I mean? But when he put me on the team, he, told me like, okay, you're playing in like the next game. So like literally for like 2 weeks straight, I was just like running miles. No, seriously. I was like running like 2 a days.
Yeah.
Like as if I were back in
that
college,
mode.
like, because I'm like, oh, hell no, I'm not finna go out here and flop. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not finna go out here and look crazy. Like, so I just like, that's the type of person I am.
You
Like,
can't look crazy because I know your daughter's gonna be there.
my daughter, I mean, she didn't really understand much basketball, but
flop
for me, I can't flop for myself. Like, no, absolutely not. So I was just like busting my ass, to just so that because these people don't know me.
Yeah.
Other than like my 2 former teammates, but everyone else don't know me. So I am the newbie again.
Proving it.
I got to prove myself, and I did have to prove myself. It's not like I came in and I automatically started and,
It's still the same. Yeah.
I had to go through that process, coming off the bench, just learning. Because when you play professional, it's just like, it's different than college, different than any level you played at. So I had to learn again. And eventually got to the point where, I am starting. I'm starting point guard. Yeah, it was just another learning process.
So, how many other teams do y'all play against?
A lot. We play people all over the country.
Oh wow.
Yeah, like we just are okay. So we played in the WABA this season, which is the Women's American Basketball Association. And I can't remember exactly how many teams. It was probably like 20 some teams in that league from like all over, like Virginia, Kentucky, Georgia, Louisiana, North Carolina, just from like all over.
Right.
That was the first year we had been in the WABA, and we made it all the way to the championship game, which was held in St. Louis, Missouri.
Okay, dude.
So we flew out there, and we won the Final Four game. We lost in the championship game, just not by much, but so we play. We play all whoever wants to play us, like whether it's a team down in Florida wants to play us or a team in Indiana. We travel and we play other professional teams. Like that's what we do.
Okay, then.
So I see, like, I've seen that you're, heavily involved with that. You said you're in charge of like the marketing for the team and stuff like that, right? What's your goals for the team? Like in the next, I don't know. We can do some short term and long term.
What are my goals for the team? And that's funny. I was just talking about this with Coach Brett. You know, I want us or the team to become financially sound.
Right.
To where when, for example, a team from Vegas is like, hey, we want to play you, we can just, okay, fly out there. No one has to worry about anything.
Yeah.
We don't have to raise money or go out, sell cookies. Like seriously though, like another goal is I want our players to be able to, because we don't get paid.
Mm-hmm.
We don't get paid. We hoop because we love it. So that's another goal that I want for us is for our players to be paid what they're worth. I mean, to an extent, because we are semi-professional.
Yeah, for sure.
But those are some of the major things. I think first and foremost that I want to happen. Then it just starts with us just getting sponsors and
So what's the age group a person can be on the team?
You have to be over 18.
Okay then.
Yeah. Can't be in like high school, and you can't be a part of like in season in college. Because we did have, prior to like when college just started, like the season, we did have a couple players that are in college right now. But once season started, they could no longer play with us. So
Okay then. So do y'all cut every year, or y'all go through the?
This season was the first time that we ever had tryouts.
Wow. Okay.
Like Coach Brett does not believe in cutting people.
It's only 12 players.
Everyone's gonna play.
Yeah, I was just like, it's 12 players, so like.
We have like a 20-player roster.
Oh,
Not everyone is at every game though.
Okay.
See, that's the beauty of it. Like we may go down to Georgia and 6 people may be like, I can't come.
Yeah.
But we have 6 other people who are maybe closer to Georgia or like in that area, like, yeah, I can make it. But we have all of these people on our roster.
So it was interesting to me, right? And I just pulled out my phone. I had to Google it real quick because I didn't know the answer to this, right? Because you said you guys are like semi-pro, right?
Yeah.
So I didn't know that there's no WNBA G League.
That's interesting, right? I mean, we pretty much are the WNBA G League.
I know, but it should be
It's just
so
not
much
explicit. It's stated.
that is crazy. That
Another area of
yeah. Just another crazy. But so being that
We gave him a lot of information here. No,
I got 2 daughters.
I am a fanatic. I'm tired of this.
I got 2 daughters. I didn't know that. I'm gonna be athletes.
Well, same thing because she plays softball. The same thing with softball. Softball doesn't get the light that it should as baseball do, and actually a softball player can throw a ball faster than an actual baseball, and don't nobody really know that.
That is a professional league for softball.
But guess what though? Who pays more?
baseball.
Exactly.
Sure.
They actually did a study. The underhand is actually faster than the way you actually does it. But hey,
Yeah.
So, all right.
fun facts.
He's right.
So,
Love that.
you did a lot. I don't know if you want to tell your age. You ain't got to. It's fine.
My age?
Yeah.
I'll be 30 next week.
Okay, welcome to the 30 Club. Hey.
No, the claps is going off right now.
Exactly.
Listen, man. Nah, I like to give I like to give people their flowers.
Yeah, that's respectful though.
I
My
like
thing
to
is
give their
that
flowers for sure.
also, what I would like to say, for you to be playing basketball this long in the game, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people do hang it up, you know what I'm saying? And now, TikTok got this trends now. I used to be a hell of a hooper.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I heard people, I'm like this. But now looking at where WNBA is now, it's just like, wow. It finally got the light, not when we was growing up, but now that to know that the younger generation is just like all the hard work that people before us that put in work and all that, and now it's finally getting the little flowers. We still got a long way to go,
Right.
but the little flowers is just like, yo, that's dope.
Yeah.
Because I know you said you was out of shape, but I know as a ball player, we can always shoot. Like shooting is nothing. It's the cardio. It's the went up and down the court. You be like, yeah, coach, I'm gonna have to run the extra mile.
Okay, I said I was out of shape to my standards, but I've always been a runner. Like I run like 3 miles at least every time I go to the gym.
Oh, for sure. But I was saying that like giving you your flowers for real because like you did a lot. You're 30. You had your daughter. You play ball at 2 different collegiate levels, 3 if you.
I'll say more than 2.
And you're a part of the semi-pro basketball team. You got your degrees. You're an engineer. Man, hell of a job. I'm just saying that because we're all around the same age, and I don't think we give each other flowers until we get older. And they be like, you know what, you made out all right, but we got to take our time. We got to take our time seriously and think about what are we doing now, right? Because we still in it. We still in it right now, right? And so, looking back at all the accomplishments that you've done and all the accolades, like, what's been your proudest moment?
What's been my proudest moment?
And what do you think is going to be your proudest moment? Because now you have your daughter, so you got this.
My proudest moment was having my daughter. It has nothing to do with basketball.
Right.
I mean, I have accolades that go on for days, but when it comes to basketball, but that's not my daughter and being the inspiration that I am to these young folk out here. Yeah. Like that's the most important thing to me. Like there's people who look up to me, which is to me, I tell my mom all the time, like, man, this is crazy. Like
if they only knew how crazy I am for real.
Like, no, but like I really am an inspiration to like so many young women and men that it's like, man, like that's for me to have gotten to this point at the ripe age of 29, like that's huge. Yeah. And I don't take that for granted.
That's what's up, man.
So would you ever like coach high school?
I have already. Yeah, but I don't anymore.
So
I did last year, but
would you do it again?
I would. Like I said, if I had the time, because it does take a lot of time to do that. If I had the time, I absolutely would.
Right. Well, we coming on the. Right, go ahead. You got a question?
Yeah. So, you talk about like the semi-pro and the traveling and all that. So, how is the experience to still be able to like travel out of state and to play ball with other basketball players? Like, how is that? Like, especially with your kid and everything else. How do you balance all of that? And work.
Well, I'm able to balance all of that because of my support system.
Okay.
So when I am traveling, like I'll be traveling next weekend for a basketball tournament, hey, can you, her grandma, here she comes for the weekend, Yep. She and we have that support system to where I'm able to make those things happen. Yeah. And then I make them happen because I love to do them. Basketball, work, take care of my daughter as a single mom. Like, I'm able to do all those things because I have the passion for them. I make time to do all of those things.
So was relationships like ever hard, like because you was like dedicated to basketball?
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Well, would you say it's hard to date?
The schedule.
I'm gonna just say that. Would you say it's hard to date an athlete?
Yeah. Like the schedule of an athlete is so demanding that it's hard to kind of fit in with that. And like if you understand that schedule and you're okay with, being away because they have a game or then that's fine. That's why a lot of athletes date other athletes because they understand. So yeah, it can be challenging.
Yeah, cool. So are you gonna let your baby girl play or is she gonna be a cheerleader? Because I know you once was a cheerleader.
She's gonna play.
Okay, that's what she's gonna.
She said no question.
She's gonna play. She's gonna be like a little Maya Moore because she's big.
Yeah.
Okay. Then.
She's tall. Like she's taller than like she's 6. She'll be 7 next month. I mean, she's taller than like some 10-year-olds.
Yeah.
So she's healthy. So she's gonna play.
Okay.
She gonna play.
I know that's her.
Oh, if you stay in Charlotte, my daughter's 4.
Yeah.
They be around the same age,
Yeah.
man. They be they
2 years apart.
they might see each other at the top.
Yeah.
I see you at the top. I see you at the top.
Exactly. Especially if your daughter good, you know, she get on varsity team. Yeah, she definitely.
I wish she got some of this NIL money, man.
I know that's right.
How do you feel about that too? That now that college players are getting paid too.
Man, high schools. Some things high schools getting paid.
Well, yeah, they was too.
Honestly, every time I think about NILs, it makes me want to cry because I wish I had the same opportunity when I was in college. I mean, I would have been like, man, I would have been making money. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a beautiful thing, though.
Yeah.
Athletes deserve to get paid.
And I think it's overdue.
Just getting cheeseburgers. Hey, I made you a sandwich.
Like, you know what I'm saying? We was in the subway, like, now.
So, what was 3 things that you learned from last year and 3 things you want to learn from this year?
We're going to cut right now.
Okay, it's cool.
The question was 3 things you learned from last year and 3 things you hoping to learn from the year coming up. Well, this year, matter of fact. It's about to be the, New Year.
3 things I learned from last year.
Well, this year.
From this past year.
Yeah.
That one of them being I'm deserving of all my blessings. And I say that because it's so easy. Like, so many doors have opened for me that it's like sometimes I'm like, oh, like, really? Like, me? Why me? But it's like, why not me?
Yeah.
Like, I worked so hard for this. So, I'm definitely deserving of all my blessings. There's more to come. I've learned that. Like, I truly believe that. And when it comes to my life, like, there's a lot more to come. To trust the process. Like, trust God, trust the process. Don't question it. You do that, I'm gonna get to where I want to go. So that's kind of the things that the conversations I've been having with myself this past year.
Right.
And then what was the second part of that question?
You got one more and give me 2.
That it was kind of like 3.
I take it. And what you plan to learn from this year, 2026?
What do I plan to learn?
Or what are you looking forward to?
What am I looking forward to? I'm looking forward to the growth that the path that I'm on currently in my career. Right now I work for a great company, a multi-billion-dollar company. But I do have bigger expectations for myself, and which is crazy. Like, Chaunte, you work for a multi-billion-dollar company.
Yeah.
You have bigger expectations. Yes, I have bigger expectations for myself. So, going down that, continuing to go on that path of growth. I look forward to that. What else am I looking forward to? I'm looking forward to just being an inspiration, being a role model for my daughter, continuing to do that because she's growing like a weed. And then, just continue building my ongoing relationship with God, because it's been ongoing for years. And my mom has played a big part of that, and I'm thankful for her. So yeah, just continuing to build my relationship with God. I actually think that's the biggest one. We started off with that one.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to for next year.
That's what's up. And my final thoughts is, right, Chaunte to Tabookie. I told you I was gonna mess it up eventually, right? You come off very authentic. What you see is what you get. Your personality is your personality, right? What would you say to the young girl, your daughter, whatever young girl that might come across this podcast and see you up there and feel some type of inspiration, right? What would you say, or advice you would give her about being unapologetic you?
I would say if people don't love you for who you are, then they're not the right people to have around you. Mm-hmm. Because I work with, I'm surrounded by a bunch of just like professional, the big wigs, so to speak. Yeah, I think y'all can pick up on what I'm putting down
for sure.
But they see Chaunte, they know they're getting Chaunte. Like they're not gonna get the software engineer version of me. Like, no, they're gonna get me, and it's very real, and it's very raw, it's very authentic, and they love me for it. Like, not everyone's gonna love you, and that's fine. But the people who want to see you grow and truly support your journey, like they're gonna love you for you. So I would just say continue to be authentic. That's gonna take you further than if you were trying to live a lie or to please other people. Mm-hmm. To change who you are to please other people.
That's dope. I like that. AJ, man, you want to take us out of here?
Hey, let everybody know where they can follow you at.
Instagram, yes. Instagram at Tabookie22. And then, of course, follow my basketball team.
For sure.
Carolina Lady Cougars on Instagram at Carolina Lady_Cougars. We're on YouTube. We're on Facebook. Literally just type in Carolina Lady Cougars.
Gotcha.
We'll pop up.
When's y'all season opener? When y'all got some games coming on?
Well, we play next weekend in Decatur, the 29th and 30th. And we're planning on streaming those live. So if you just go to our YouTube, we'll see.
Okay. Y'all got any games coming up in Charlotte?
We're planning to schedule one towards the end of December.
Okay. I'm gonna be that number in Charlotte. Okay,
I'll definitely let you guys know.
Well, I'm going to say one thing. One thing I don't like about the whole thing with the WNBA, they raised my ticket price. I used to get my tickets for the WNBA for $32 all the way down. Now I'm saying tickets is $200.
Yeah.
I appreciate it, but I feel like the lawyer friends should cut up the old price.
That's so funny.
But y'all, this is Changed Mindset. Hey, love and having you. Thank you for coming through.
For sure.
Thank you for having me.
Appreciate you.
See y'all next week.
Yo, welcome to Changed Mindset. I'm your host, AJ Smith.
Let's get it. And I'm your host, Leon Keenan.
The podcast is for everyday hustlers who said enough is enough. We're talking to comedians, content creators, bosses, risk takers who flipping the script and betting on themselves. And if you're ready to level up and get in your bag, this is your sign. Tap in. Let's get it, y'all. Change mindset.